Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 15.
Yeah.
We're here, back at it again.
Straight Up R&D podcast, y'all.
You guys already know Slingo. I'm going to give it to you real, raw, uncut, unfiltered, with opinions based on facts.
On facts.
As usual. This is episode 15, and we just got to let you know, 15 episodes in, we don't give a fuck about your feelings. All right?
Even though we appreciate the support, subscribers going up, engagement going up. So, y'all fuck with us.
We like the views, the engagement, the comments. Keep them coming. All right? We want the controversy in the comment section.
Yep.
You understand? But in this episode, we're going to talk about the most controversial topic, the Second Amendment. The right to bear arms. Okay? So let me take my hoodie off for this one. This is New York City. I mean, and not even in New York City in general. I mean, what do you think about the Second Amendment? Do you think we have the right? Should this be abolished? Should we get rid of it? Like, there's so many, resistance against this amendment. Like, what do you think?
I'm so confused of why this is even a question. Because I think every citizen in America has the right to protect themselves and their family. Because listen, save us upstanding citizens give up our right to bear arms. We all say like, oh, guns are bad, we don't want guns, abolish guns, and we just gonna live in a happy community where nobody has guns. That's for upstanding citizens. Mm-hmm. What about criminals? Criminals don't follow rules and regulations. They don't follow laws. So how are you supposed to defend ourselves against criminal? And how do you eliminate the black market? I keep asking the same question. How do you eliminate the black market? So now if I'm in my house, a criminal decides to break in my house, he's most likely going to have a gun. He or she will have a gun. But now we have laws that prohibits a citizen to have a gun. How are you supposed to protect himself? You're supposed to call the police? The damage is already done before they get there. Unless there's a police officer at every goddamn house.
Yeah, that's
the
not
damage,
happening.
how many things can happen in a second? So now if I don't have the right to protect myself, I'm as good as dead. I'm at harm. My family's at harm. We all at harm.
Mm-hmm. And police are only come after the fact. So,
after the fact, shit, they could be on another call. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like they could be doing something else.
Take their time to come over to you. They say, "Oh, there was a shooting. Oh,
shit, we still wrapping this one up."
like, oh, well, we'll be there in like 10 minutes or something. Like, yeah, the police come after the fact. They do the secure the crime scene, and then now an investigation is done, and then you wait a year or 2 years to figure out who was responsible, find the person, then bring them to jail, then prosecute them. That could take a long time as well. It's not really beneficial to the victims in the end.
It's not beneficial at all. So everybody, and plus that could have the crime rate go down. Because if I'm living in Texas or Florida, I'm going to think twice before I run up on somebody, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Because this person may be strapped.
You never know.
I'm going to think twice before I break in somebody's house. God forbid the man in the house is up with his shotgun and he come, no questions asked. Boop, boop. Like, you come up in my house, get full of lead.
Done up. You get done up.
So, but in New York, there's so many laws around.
So much restrictions.
So much
stipulations.
Around bearing arms. This is the reason why the crime is so bad. Y'all, we don't have the right to protect ourselves. And they got all these bullshit laws in here, gun-free zones. It's like, what the hell is a gun-free? Like, what are you doing to enforce a gun-free zone? Like, people are still walking around, the criminals are still walking around with their guns.
Either way, Like it doesn't stop. It doesn't deter anything. It doesn't scare them. I mean, granted, they're committing a crime. Like these people, would kill a person and not care. You know what I mean? Like a gun-free zone sign is not going to stop them, right?
Exactly.
But for me, I think we all should have the right to carry and protect yourself, right? And a lot of people are gonna run and talk about, oh, what about these crazy psychos that's running around with guns and shooting places up? It's like, okay, but I'm not saying that a mentally ill person should have a weapon.
Right.
Of course not. Obviously, a mentally ill person should not even be driving a car because that can be used as a weapon.
Yeah,
honestly.
I mean?
Like straight up. So obviously they should put some things in place to say, okay, you're mentally fit to own a weapon and you know how to use your weapon. Just like a license.
Yeah.
You get a license so they can say, okay, you are legally able, visually you can see, you know the laws, the traffic laws and lights and everything.
Know how to handle a gun.
You know how to drive the vehicle because you have to take a test in order to get the license, right? And now you can drive your vehicle on the road.
I honestly believe there should be, some sort of inspection too to make sure you have a perfect spot for your gun. Because, a lot of like the school shootings that you hear about, a child was able to like get their parents' gun from, I don't know, it was laying wherever or like it was easily accessible. It's like, all right, I believe Japan does that. One of the Asian countries, I know I got that from somewhere. They actually have to inspect your home to see like, all right, do you have a proper place for this weapon? And I feel like that's fair. And that's kind of easy to get over. Let's get a safe, like a gun safe.
I mean, I can see the positives in that. But then again, it's like people going through your house and then now like, they can find other reasons. Oh, well, it's not as far away from the exit door or because there's a lot of rules and stipulations to where you gotta keep your weapon, how you're supposed to store it. There's a lot of rules, and there can be some assholes out there that see you have a gun and they don't want you to have one. They'll write you up for every little stupid thing,
Right.
But so I can see they can use it for bad, but it is a good idea though.
I feel like there should be some rules around. All right. Yeah, just like you want to do your license, you want to apply for a gun license. These are some of the things you have to complete before we can give you one.
I certainly think you should have a weapons class before you just grab a gun and just start doing whatever. Like, you're not gonna trust, you're not gonna trust an Uber driver that doesn't know how to drive to just drive you around. Like you're not gonna get in the car. Right, you want to make sure this person's licensed and know the rules and the laws, and can comply with them. But in my head, it's like I would say it's good that everyone should have because it lowers the risk of a criminal trying to do something stupid. Where, hey, they trying to rob the store. Mm-hmm. Hey, man, it could be 4 people in that store that's strapped up that day. You know what I'm saying? It could be everybody in that store that's strapped up that day. Do you really want to take the chance? I mean, look at all the shootings that's happening on the train.
Yeah.
Granted, if everybody had not even if everybody, if at least 5 people had they strap on the train, that dude wouldn't be reaching for no damn gun.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? That could have been avoided. Even on the subway shooting that happened way before, when that psycho, construction worker, he went in the train cart and threw tear gas or some craziness and started shooting people in the carts, and a couple of people got hit. Like,
yeah, that's what's fucking crazy.
If another person had a gun on there, they could have took him out. But no, we live in a city, in a state where they want to suppress and get rid of our rights of these things, and it's
all about control, bro.
You can't just use the bad apple and say, oh well, yeah, because of these criminals is why you can't have one. But I'm not a criminal. Like I follow the rules.
Yes, and like again, criminals don't follow the rules. They don't follow the laws.
And my thing is, you take away, you make it harder for upstanding citizens to get weapons, and then you know, the criminals are around here running around shooting other people and they can't defend themselves. You can't even have a knife. You can't even do anything. You can't even have pepper spray.
Man, you see the bullshit happening in Chicago? I remember going online and seeing these little fucking rugrats with rocket launchers.
Yeah, I've seen that. I'm like, where in the world do you get this from? Like, that's overkill right there.
What the fuck going on over there? That you got these little young hoodlums with rocket launchers want to blow up houses.
Yo, they have like military style, like crazy. I'm like Gatling guns. I'm like, what are you doing with this stuff, man?
And I'm like, now you're saying that we don't have the right to protect ourselves?
No,
it's
man.
like, come on, man.
This is just a joke, man. This country is becoming a joke. And I'm like, oh, they like to compare to London and all them other places. Oh, they don't have this. And in China or wherever places, they don't have guns here. And it's... But you know what they're using? They're using machetes.
Yeah, they're using some form of
with
weapon.
Knives. So we're going to ban machetes and ban knives and ban all these other stuff? Like, come on now.
Yeah. I really think we... should have the right to bear arms. And, you know, like, I don't like when people do it's like, all right. They're like, oh, if everybody has the right to bear arms, there's going to be so much more shootouts. There are already shootouts now. And I don't think majority of people have control of, like, when to use their guns. Mm-hmm. It's not going to just be the fucking Wild Wild West out here. Everybody. I mean, look at the states that already have the right to bear arms.
Yeah, the ones that you don't hear no crazy national news like, oh, and another shootout happens again, and the whole state is under war, and like you don't hear that because people they don't behave that way. People have reasons to live. People have reasons not to go to jail. You know what I mean? Like you bring someone to the brink of wanting to shoot and kill someone, that means their life is in danger or they're a criminal, right? But hey, you know, it just doesn't. I just can't wrap my head around that idea because I'd rather be responsible with my weapon rather than be responsible with my weapon. And, you know, in the event I need to defend myself, I have it rather than I don't have it. And and I'm at the mercy of a criminal.
Right. So New York, please change these laws. And again, I don't think is ever going to change in New York. Yeah, I mean, like, look at New York and California in comparison to the other states. Like, it's just terrible, bro. Crime is bad.
I think these two states have, like, the most gangs. Probably L.A. I mean, California has, like, the most gangs. Like,
oh, yeah, California is fucked up with gangs. New York, they have, you know, their gangs. Shit, I remember, well, growing up, I just heard a lot of Blood and Crips. Then you got the Spanish people up in the Bronx.
Yeah, you got the Latin Kings.
Mm-hmm.
What do they call it? The
Trinitarios. Have the most poverty also. Like, those states have the most poverty.
And wait, the Democratic states.
Exactly. When you have more poverty, guess what's going to happen? The crime rate is going to go up.
Yeah. Urban cities have more crime rates, but then stricter gun laws. I don't understand. Like, it's the highest crime rate, but stricter gun laws. But you can't say, well, it's the guns. It's not. It's the criminals, right?
Bro, the government, like we should be preaching less government, bro. Like we should not want the government to make all of our decisions for us. It's like, yeah, there's a certain role you got to play in the government, but you're telling me how and when I could protect myself. You're telling me how I could protect my family now. What can be in my house? Like, okay. You're telling me the steps to become an entrepreneur. Like, New York have all of these other rules, the multiple applications you got to put in.
Interviews,
if you want to start a business. It's like they just like, yeah, we don't want no entrepreneurs. We want everybody to be reliant on the government. That's how it's set up.
That's really how it's set up. They want you to be reliant on them, and they can set where your limit is. They are keeping you just enough, just keeping you just comfortable enough to make it barely, so you can just continue relying on them.
And yeah, I remember when Trump, when he was first in office, he was like, you know, he wanted people to be more entrepreneurs, so he was just like, get rid of these regulations so everybody could just, start their own businesses. But you got people like Biden and Mayor Adams. You want to start a business? Put in this application. Oh, now you need an application for that application. Now we need an interview. Okay, wait 4 years to see if you get approved. Also, now we need this fee. It's like, why are you getting involved in what I want to do, especially with this Airbnb thing? You got to register your property with the city. They have to know the kind of property, and then they're giving you rules on how to run your house.
Run your business.
It's like...
It's telling you how to run your own business in your own house that you pay taxes for, property taxes for, which I don't understand that. It's... They think... I feel like they do everything for the corporations and not the, actual small business owners or independent.
Yeah, they're going to dress it up. They're going to dress it up. But it's actually for the corporations, bro.
It's in the end, it's for the corporation. These hotels and all of them, they're the ones that's still pocketing money, charging out the wazoo just for a one night at a hotel. You're talking about $270. You go in there and it's like bare bones, like a damn Holiday Inn motel or something like that. Like, come on, man. Like, how are we supposed to justify the payment for something lackluster?
Exactly. Exactly. So we should want less government in our business. Like, for the life of me, it's like, when are New Yorkers just gonna wake up? Like, I keep looking at them. I'm like, you see, like, where we at? And then you still gonna vote for the same administration? Look, now Mayor Adams under this whole... I want to see if he's going to step down like Cuomo did, because he's under sexual assault allegations.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. I was just about to say that.
You know what I mean? It's like, yo, we keep voting these people who are just fucking crooked. So like, I want to see if he's going to step down, and then we complaining about so much of how New York is today. It doesn't matter. You can complain all you want, but if you keep voting the same, nothing's going to change. Mm-hmm. Nothing's going to change. New York and Chicago are ruined with the immigrants right now.
Oh yeah. Look. Oh wow. So I'm trying to see when will Mayor Adams be up for re-election, and it looks like it's the same for like the president. It's a 4-year term. And then, but they could keep running with a 4-year break in between, so they can run again. Mm-hmm. But look, when the election time comes, New Yorkers, you done seen what de Blasio did. You done seen what Adams did. It's time to get these clowns out of here, okay? Time to vote for somebody who makes sense. And if they don't make sense, don't vote for them.
But see, that's the thing too, bro. It's like, I feel like the New Yorkers who are waking up are moving, and they're opening the door to all the illegal immigrants so they can vote for them. It's like economic enslavement. We giving them all these free resources, housing, food, clothes. We giving y'all so much so y'all keep voting because y'all don't want to lose this stuff, right? So keep voting for us so we can continue to give you these free resources. So it's like the smart New Yorkers are moving out.
Yeah.
The New Yorkers who want to stay are voting differently. But you're letting in, I forgot the number.
It's 183,000.
I was about to say, I know it was in the hundreds of thousands.
Yeah.
Hundreds of thousands of immigrants in so they could just keep you in office. So it's like, what New York supposed to do?
So just bend over like Will Smith and take it, bro. I don't know, man. Like, it's sad because I have a lot of friends. They say, oh man, there's like a lot of New Yorkers down here in Houston and Atlanta and Florida. Like, they're saying everybody's from New York. Everybody's saying I'm from New York, from New York, from New York. I'm like, damn, like now it's just who's here? Who's here? Like, who's here? I mean, I do hear people from like Cali, they come here.
I don't know why.
But like, I just don't understand why you even come to New York. It's like worse.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, why would I want to move from here to California? It's the same shit or worse.
Same thing or worse. Like, I mean, the homelessness is probably worse in San Francisco.
Yeah, it's worse over there. Yeah.
But still, why would you come from one worse place to another worse place? You might as well go to like Texas or Florida or something like that. Like, why come here? But and then the laws here is just ridiculous. It just gets worse with every year that goes by. It just gets worse.
Property
and worse,
taxes going
and
up.
worse and worse. It's just like, are they trying to run us out? Is it a deliberate move to say, okay, we want to get the whole middle class out of here and only have the billionaires and poor people to live off the government?
But
That's
there's no
all they
incentive for the billionaires to even stay. Because the taxes are so goddamn high.
Yeah, but they're not even taxing them that high, though. Compared to the percentage that we get hit.
Well, yeah, compared to the percentage we get hit.
The percentage that we get hit based on what we make versus the percentage they get hit based on what they make is just like, okay, like, come on now.
But yeah, no, we get taxed a higher percentage. But the millionaires, they are moving out of New York because they're like, there is no incentive for them to stay. So it's like, I honestly don't know what they're really trying to do. It's like they're just trying to just...
And they look at the future, and these millionaires, they say, look, the money is not coming in like it used to. So they packing up shop or they open up stores and they probably just cross the border and go right over to Jersey. Jersey's gonna be is gonna be picking up real good.
Jersey's gonna pick up real good.
Because houses over there is much cheaper. You know what I mean? They have all the shuttles and the buses that they can take to go over there if you work in Manhattan, right? So businesses are gonna just say, you know what?
Yeah, I do have a lot of coworkers that live in Jersey, but take the path to New York.
Same. It's just, it makes sense. It's cheaper.
Yeah, the houses, you got a lot more space, a lot more land.
They don't have as much traffic.
Yeah.
They got parking. They can
State
park.
taxes lower.
Taxes is lower. It's a more open state. Like you can drive around more and like it's more. It's just more parks and trees, clean the air. Like
and plus, if you don't want to. Cause I hear a lot of people the reason they don't want to move out of New York because they like, New York is still a beautiful place, a lot of restaurants, a lot of activities like Broadway. They don't want to give that up. So it's like you move to Jersey, hey, you got the best of both worlds. On a weekend, you can still travel to New York, go to the restaurant, go to your favorite restaurant, go see your favorite Broadway show. But
I'm gonna say this as a real, true New Yorker, right? How often do you even go to a Broadway show?
Yeah, last summer I went to 3. But besides that, like I don't go to them that much.
How was the last time you really went to Manhattan to do anything? Like
that's a good question.
To really like,
because I hate going to Manhattan.
I can honestly, all real New Yorkers don't like Manhattan. Like you
parking.
There's no parking. It's crazy. It's expensive. Everything is just a bottle of water is $5.
And and it's just so much traffic. Like it's a lot. I don't like going to Manhattan. I always try to look for something to do, within the boroughs. I mean, well, yeah, what I mean, like Brooklyn, Queens, Bronx,
yeah.
But like mainly Brooklyn, Queens. But like to go to Manhattan though, it's a lot of trouble, man. And
yeah, that's like your whole day. Like just you going out there, the hustle and bustling to park and the parking meters is crazy expensive.
Oh my God, the signs. Every pole got like
signs,
5 signs.
Got like 5-10 signs on it. You're like, and then you park there, then you come back, you got a $200 ticket. So it's just like, who wants to be there? Like,
bro, I remember I was in the city, 77th Street. I parked in front of this store. I was like, all right, I just need to go and get a birthday card real quick. Bro, I was going for like, I think for like maximum 2 minutes. I shit you not, I was going for maximum 2 minutes. Maybe not even that long. And I come out in the ticket there. I'm like, God damn, where were you? Hiding in the cut? like where was the goddamn officer? And that shit was like $200 bro. I'm like, fuck. I'm like, God,
got him.
Yeah, bro.
Oh, man.
And I used to have real resentment towards those damn meter officers and people. I'm like, man, your job is to give people tickets and ruin their days. Like, you're ruining my whole day.
Yeah, man. Now you're $200 down, bro. That's for crazy.
Real. But the food in New York, though.
Yeah. So I'll say this. Like, I feel the reason why I wouldn't leave New York, I just like the food. I like the accessibility of being able to, if I wanted to jump on the train, which I don't take like that, but I have the option. I want to take the bus, I have the option. And I could drive. And the places that I would go to, the neighborhood is not horrible where I can't find a spot, but you gotta be there at certain times to get certain spots or whatever. But it's I have an attachment to it. As much as I bitch and complain about New York, I still like it here, but I just wish they wasn't so like I wish they wouldn't just strip away so much stuff from you,
Yeah, like, bro,
it just doesn't make it fun. There's no incentives no more.
I've been in real deep thought saying, is it time for me to leave, bro? Like, because I do have an attachment to New York. Because obviously, families here.
Yeah,
want to stay near family. It is easier. Like, I do like having the option of the train, taking the bus, even though I haven't taken public transportation in a long time.
You don't want to take it.
Bro, like,
it's not safe.
My thing is, if I can't drive there, I'm not going. But, like, my dumb ass, too. Like, I remember I went on a date in Times Square. I'm like, fuck it. We're going to just thug it out. I found parking. It took a little bit, though. But anyway, there is an attachment to New York. Best scenario, but like, if we could just vote differently in New York, I'm like, okay, then I would stay. But it's just like, it's getting so bad. It's like, yo, do I even want to raise a family here, bro? Like, like some of the laws they have, especially regarding schools, is like, I don't even know if you even want to raise a family here. And the crime is so bad and so much homelessness, like, you would be so scared to just like let your son or daughter take the bus by themselves. You know what I mean? Like, 'cause that's a part of growing up. It's like eventually, like, it's just your daughter or son is like 15, 16, 17. They go take public transportation and get to school themselves and come home.
Yeah.
But it's so bad. It's like, yo, like, you can't even do that.
Yeah. I to this day, like, if someone was to ask me, would you recommend, or where should I move, or should I come to New York, or I'm thinking of moving to New York, I'll tell them, yo, straight up, don't come here. Don't do it. Because another thing that keeps people here is the money.
The money,
That's
that
the
too.
thing. The money, I will say that too. The money is what keeps people here.
And I'm not going to hold you too. Like, no matter, like, basically whatever career you want to get into, New York has it. You want to go in the financial industry, there's a financial district with all those major corporations. Tech is here. Goddamn, whatever else is here.
Food, tech,
like,
business, real estate.
Yeah, like, it is a lot here. And, they pay well also, so it is hard.
But that's the thing, though. It's like, do they really pay well, though?
Because all the damn taxes that come out.
Because all the taxes that come out and the cost of living. Like,
but the thing is, too, and I don't think this is it is a valid reason, but say, for instance, now, like, hey, I want to move out of New York. And say if you want to go to Georgia or something, you'll lose that New York pay. Yeah,
you lose that New York pay, but it's the way you got to look at it is like, percentages.
Yeah, you gotta look at percentages.
Yeah, you gotta look at it as a percentage, because you can be making, $90K in New York, but then you move to Georgia and you're making $70, but your rent is what, $600. Your car insurance is way cheaper. You're talking about like maybe $100. Food is much cheaper. You can buy more groceries. You know what I mean? Like, your money is stretches more, rather than you in New York. Car insurance is high. Your Metro card, you gotta pay to get around. That's more expensive. Gas is expensive. It's just like,
shit.
You gotta, like, your food is expensive. You want to just go get a plate to eat. That's $35.
And it's $35.
$35, and you didn't even get a drink yet. So
you gotta look at it like that.
Gotta look at it like that. And everybody's situation is different.
Yeah, it's a big commitment if you want to move out of the state. It takes a lot of planning, a lot of thinking, and You know, some people just don't want to start over. Like, because if you move to a different state, like, you start from ground zero in a way. Like, start over socially. You know, have no family out there. Unless you move to a state where family's at. But I'm talking as if you don't know anybody out there. Yeah. So it would just be you and your immediate family.
Or you by yourself. Some people will say, yo, you see it, you can go by yourself. I'm not leaving New York. You know, but I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't move to Cali. I wouldn't move.
No, Jesus, no.
You know, I wouldn't move to like Boston or Chicago. Like, I wouldn't move there. I mean, I like Atlanta. It's
Florida's the hot spot right now.
Florida is real nice.
Especially if you're into real estate, man, you could buy.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you could.
But I was watching this thing on Florida, like they're becoming like the next New York because they're building a lot of skyscrapers, a lot of buildings, and the business end of things is booming.
And with Rockstar Governor,
they built a nice Hard Rock hotel. Mm-hmm. That building is crazy. It's like nice. I want to go in there one day. Next time I go out there, I'm definitely gonna visit it. The building is shaped like a whole guitar.
Oh, for real? I gotta look at it.
Yeah, it's dope. It is dope. I'm like, you see, New York don't got something like this. I mean, you go to Manhattan, it's like you see all these skyscraper buildings, you can't even go in. So it's like, what the hell's the point? Just look at it, like, it's nice. It's upcoming out there.
Yeah, man.
That's good.
Like, Florida is definitely the spot. Man, when I went to Florida, I went to Miami 2-3 years ago. Met a boy out there. He actually moved from New York to Florida. And I was like, yeah, man, it's a big jump. He like, yeah, you think you don't want to do it, but you want to do it. He like, you want to do it. He's like, I had questions myself too. But he like, life is just so much better out here. He like, look at this weather. I went in October and it was cold. And I'm out there in shorts. I'm like, damn, I'm out here with nice weather. It's just like the rule. And I went on tax-free day. No, that was a different time. When it was tax-free day. I was like, what the fuck is tax-free day? It was like, yeah, go to the shopping center, you can buy everything, school supplies, and we'll just cut off all the taxes. I'm like, shit. New York ain't doing nothing like that.
Nothing like that. They said, we're going to give you this and this and this, and then it's all these scams, and only if you make less than this amount of money, you can qualify for this. It's like, come on, bro. You could be making $70K and struggling. I said the average, in the last episode, in episode 14, I said the average cost of rent in New York City is $3,900.
$3,900.
Imagine being single and having to pay that by yourself.
Yeah.
And even to just do simple stuff in the city costs money. I mean,
bro, like if you want to go out, say if you say you got a friend, you're like, hey, let's go out for drinks. Bro, a lot of these bars are charging $20 for one drink. $20, unless you know some spot. But
yeah, unless you know a good spot where you can get a bang for your buck. But I remember one time I went out, I'm having a good time, and before you know it, I done spent $200.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, I felt bad. I was like, damn, like that's my little money I could spend for the rest of the month. Like, I haven't got nothing else.
Blew that in one night.
But I mean, I had fun, but it's like,
God damn. The cost of having fun, bro.
Sheesh.
Yeah, I went out somewhere with my uncle.
I had to eat ramen for the rest of the week.
But I went out somewhere with my uncle. He was like, yeah, $20. I'm like, $20? And then the whole shit filled up with ice.
Yo, you get a whole diluted drink, man.
Yeah, like, so it's just.
But you know who's a good culprit of them $20 drinks and all that? Them little Caribbean restaurants. Like,
yo, they piss me off.
Them little stores like Caribbean and like, for like Mexican restaurants, those things. Like, you go there, the drinks is like full of ice. They barely put any liquor in there. Sweet it up so sweet. It's like you're drinking freaking syrup. And, $20, $21. I'm like, bro, bro, there's barely anything in here. It's not even strong. It's not even
not even strong. I went to fucking City Island about 2 weeks ago. And I never been to this place. It's something that we drove by. It basically is just spot. It was not a sit-down restaurant, it's like a to-go place. It's like in a big cafeteria. Anybody from New York know what I'm talking about? Let me know. But basically, it's a big parking lot. And it's like you just get to-go food, cash only, right? Mm. They have a whole bar outside. It was like a one random nice day in New York, so everybody was outside. Mm. So I'm like, oh, okay, maybe we could get a drink from here because I'm thinking it's cheap because it looks like, bro, it's just a cafeteria and like a to-go place. Mm. How much are you really going to charge for a drink? Drinks, $18, $20, $25. And I'm seeing people walk around with some regular little cups. I'm like, bro, it ain't no fucking way. And the line long as shit. I'm like, y'all out here being stupid. I'm like, bro, like, just because it's nice as Mickey, y'all just want to spend money, bro? Like,
just want to throw money out there. Yeah, it's sad. But the other weekend, a few weekends ago, I found a good place that they got like, which I found to be the cheapest beer. Like, it was like, you know, it was a Caribbean place. I'll exempt this place from my blanket statement from before, but I went there. My beer was $6.
Ain't that bad.
I was like, yo, typically, like the average is $8. You go and get a beer is $8, or it can be up to like $9 or $10.
Just for a beer.
Just for a beer. But this one place, $6. I was like, oh, that's not bad. Like, that's kind of like the South. Like when I go to Florida and stuff, it's about $6, $7. And I'm like, that's what I feel comfortable paying. You know, like I'm comfortable paying that rather than paying $8 or $10. And if I want a mixed drink, it's $15 or $20. If you're in Manhattan, a drink is literally $20 for a cup this size. It's like,
remember we went to a happy hour spot. It was like $12.50 for happy. I'm like, God damn, $12.50
happy hour. This is the stress hour, man.
Yeah, bro. But yeah, gotta love hate relationship with New York.
Big time. But you know, it all circles back to how New York is going with the laws, and you know, the right to conceal carry, a right to even do anything to defend yourself. Everything is just, hey, just get stabbed up, hope you live, and then we'll file a police report and we'll bring you to the hospital. You pay $2,000 to go in the back of an ambulance, and then you got to deal with all the medical the medical treatment that you're going to get, and you got to pay for that as well. So it's like, at the end of the day, it's a loss. You're a victim, and now you're paying for all of this damage that could have been avoided if you were able to confidently defend yourself because you're being attacked. You have people that's on camera getting attacked or on camera defending themselves, and they still get charged some way, somehow, based on the circumstances. Oh, he was running and you stabbed him in the back, and
there's so much bullshit.
That, and it's like, come on, man.
Come on, man.
You were unprovoked. Somebody provoked you. You retaliated. You end up, let's say you end up killing the guy or paralyzing the guy. Oh, no, you got to go to jail. Unnecessary force. Bro,
we're just defending criminals in New York, bro.
You know, and then he's out on bond and bail the next day. So what does it even matter anymore? But
that kind of goes into the next topic of like squatters' rights.
Yes. So I'm sure a lot of y'all have probably seen this on Instagram, Twitter, even the news, where this lady owns a house. Her name is on the deed of the house.
She brought it to the house too.
And she goes into the house, and there's some squatters in there that she's trying to get out. And in New York City, they have the squatter law where if you live in a house for 30 days, you can claim that this house is yours, which I really don't understand.
I don't understand it either.
Especially if the person has their name on the deed of the house. Regardless of what the person does with it, it's still theirs.
It's their house.
So she was trying to get them out, and they called the police, and she basically had to get off the premises and let the squatter stay in there. She came back again and tried to, get them out and everything. Or she goes back in the house when the squatters leave. They probably go to work or whatever. She goes in, she tried to change the locks or whatever. And squatters come back and bust through the house. They called the police. The police came and arrested her for breaking into her own house. Like, that's insane. So she's been arrested. I think she's on a $1 million bond or something like that.
$1 million?
Yeah, $1 million bond. So you got people out here that's putting up a GoFundMe or petition to
and you know what's even crazy about that situation too? They were asking. Well, there was like a separate a news team there.
Yeah,
because the guy was like, "Hey, I have a lease." They're like, "Show the lease. Where's the lease? Where's the lease?" He kept showing a receipt of like some random ass repair he did, because the law also states like if you did some type of upkeep to the house too, like I don't know, like you was able to get water in or pay a utility bill or
or you redone the floor,
you know what I mean?
Furniture.
I think it was like he bought some random ass lock. That's what I saw in the comments. They didn't like really specify in the video, but he bought some random ass cheap lock probably. And use it as proof of like residency, basically. And the cops left him alone, and now they got to handle it in housing court. And it takes an average of 2 years to get an eviction. So which means like he could be there for years.
And that continues to give him more evidence and more proof that, hey, I've been living in this place this entire case.
Look at all the repairs I did.
Look at all of this I did. Look at all of my family's in here. Look how much people's living in here. You're gonna kick us out, and by the squatter law, if it's over 30 days, I have rights to live in here. Like, that to me is damn sane. Like, the woman owns the house. It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense, bro. Like, I have a house, and let's just say I'm not there at the moment or whatever. Squatters come in. That's why people have house sitters. So squatters come in, and they're there for 30 days, and now they have rights to the house.
Yo, imagine if you went on vacation for 2 months, and the squatter comes in your house. Does that automatically mean it's theirs? You've been living in your house for the last 10, 15 years, and you go on vacation for 3 months or 2 months, and squatter came in, sat there, started paying bills, and boom, he owns a place.
Started getting mail delivered to the house.
Amazon packages. You know what I mean?
Now you can't
sitting
kick him
in
out.
your couch, using your internet, your TV. He changed the locks on you. You come home, you can't get in. It's like, what?
Bro, New York has to change these rules. Now, I know a bill been proposed to say instead of 30 days, extend it to 45 days. And then, I forgot what the other term was, but basically just to like be unfair. I think they should just eliminate it completely.
Get rid of it. That should be the law. Get rid of this. This doesn't serve any purpose.
I think every state has squatter laws, but it's dependent on the state of how to enforce those laws. So, like, when you're in Texas or Florida, though, like, if you want somebody out the house, you could just...
Click, clack.
Yeah.
Ain't no other talking. If you on my property,
yeah.
I don't care no damn squatter law or nothing.
Yeah.
I don't know who you are.
You could get, you could get up out of here. But I really just don't know why there's a law. Yeah, we know it's your house. Yeah, we know you pay property taxes on this house.
You have taxes that go back to however long since you own it.
But this person broke into your home and stayed there for 30 days. Now he has rights. I'm like, isn't that trespassing? Breaking and entering?
Yo, it is absolutely asinine, bro. I can't wrap my head around it. Like, one thing I wanna see is like, okay, let's say, the person had a house. There was like only living family member, and they pass away, right?
Mm-hmm.
The house goes to the city or whatever. Like, when a squatter goes in, does the squatter gets the rights to the house over the city? Like, is there now a different law for that? You know, how does the city handle that? You see what I'm saying? So that to me, I need a, the city is very wish-washy. They always try to do stuff that benefits them, but hurts actual citizens or residents of the state.
All the time.
And it's like, it just makes no damn sense. And I want to know when are New Yorkers going to wake up and say, okay, we can't take any of this nonsense anymore. Like, the state used to be flourishing. Now it's going down into the drain.
Yeah, bro, it's so sad to see. It's so sad to see, man. Like, we really need new leadership at the helm. And I don't know when we're going to get it, bro. Like, I don't know.
Look, we're going to get it when our crime rate turns into what Chicago's like.
But even Chicago's still not flipping. Like, but it's like, how much damage got to be done?
They gotta like call the National Guard and have the whole tanks rolling around on the street for them to change.
It's like, bro, like, what damage have to be done? Like, we see the injustices happening, but New Yorkers still want to keep voting the way they're voting, still want to vote blue. And it's like, look, I'm not.
I mean, it's not even a red or blue thing.
It's not. It's just that
you just voting for the same clowns in the state. Like, it just doesn't make sense.
And they all want to keep the same policies that a previous administration kept, and it's no improvement happening. And look, I'm not even saying I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a Republican. I want to lean to the side that's going to improve the city and improve the country. It's like, I listen out to both candidates. If I feel like, you're worthy enough to be president or you're worthy enough to be governor or mayor of New York City, then I'll vote for you. But there's absolutely no reason why you should want to stick with Mayor Adams and Governor Hochul when the city's in the fucking ground.
Yeah. It
really should no reason. Like, when Hochul got reelected, I was like, for what? When Adams got elected, I'm like, for what? Like, people complained about de Blasio to the ground.
Yeah. I complained about him. And you know what they did too? They they added I think it's 1,500 more red light cameras. They're adding more red light cameras to intersections in New York City. So they're like, okay, the whole thing is, it's going to be safer. People are not going to get hit. There's going to be less accidents, this, that, and the third. Mind you, the people who put up these traffic signals and own the equipment are the same people that own the speed light cameras and red light cameras. They are also the ones that program the yellow lights for the traffic lights. Mm-hmm. So one will think, hey, the city wants to make money off of this. The city wants to
make money, bro. It's obvious.
So what we're going to do, we're going to make certain intersections, the yellow light, shorter so you could slam your brakes or end up running through the light and getting a ticket. And now, how much more danger is this going to create? Now I'm driving and it's like green, yellow, red. And I'm like, oh, damn. Now you want to slam on your brakes.
And now you're risking somebody hitting you in the back.
And then now you're risking getting rear-ended.
Yep.
What sense does that make?
And they used to have a time limit for those cameras. Now they're 24 hours. They're running 24 hours. Now
it's running 24 hours. So it can happen to you all day, every day. Like, they're making, I think they make over it's over $800,000 a day per day on just speeding tickets. Okay.
And you know what's crazy? My friend, when I was driving, well, I still drive, but before she started driving, she was like, why do you always get so many tickets? Like, you don't drive safe. Like, this is your fault. I'm like, bro, I'm in New York. You're going to have tickets. Now she got a car. She was like, oh my gosh, now I see what you've been. I'm like, yeah, like, there is no possible. It's only so long you could I'm gonna drive safe. I'm not gonna drive fast. You know what I mean? Like, before you get a ticket. Like, bro, I remember I was going. It was an open road. I think I was going 35, 40, and I was cruising. flash. I'm like, fuck. And I was so mad. I was like, bro, I'm just going 40, nobody's here. Like,
oh man. Now you see, like I drive a lot, so like everywhere I go, I know where all the straps are. I know where they at. I memorize all of them. I know everywhere that I'm going. I know what it is. I'm like, okay. The moment I get out of the city and I'm upstate, I'm like, okay, it's free range. I could drive normally now. Or if I get over to Jersey, I could drive normally. Or even in Long Island. Go to Long Island, you could drive normally.
Well, no, Long Island caught me a couple times.
Really?
Yeah, no, Long Island, they got some secret cameras out there.
Because theirs is not 25, though.
Nah.
Some of it's like 30, 35, so you can go kind of like 40.
Long Island caught my ass on camera, too, video, 4K. Remember when I saw the video online, I was like, shit, yeah, that definitely...
Yo, I even got a ticket for the bus lane, bro. I got a bus lane ticket, yo. And I was like, yo, I should really fight this one. And they caught me in 4K.
Yeah.
They caught me in 4K. But I remember exactly. And even when I was driving, like, I was like, I know I got a ticket. But the reason why I had to take the bus lane is because this was when they were doing the whole... protesting on the Manhattan Bridge and Brooklyn Bridge for the Palestine stuff, right?
Mm-hmm. So many protests in the city.
Gridlocked up the whole city. The whole city was just Lower Manhattan, Brooklyn Bridge, Manhattan Bridge, gridlocked up. You couldn't get around anywhere. You couldn't like maneuver. So I had already crossed the bridge after waiting like damn near 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
I get to cross the bridge, and as I cross the bridge, I have to turn right. And this was a Brooklyn Bridge, turn right, drive down, and I'm over there around like J Street and all that. And that's when the bus lanes and everything kind of gets a little confusing. Mind you, one lane going towards where the bridge is just lines of traffic. And everybody's trying to figure out a way to continue getting into Brooklyn. So there was this only one road that nobody was driving on, because it was a bus lane. Like the whole street, that whole lane was like a wide bus lane. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, am I gonna
the same shit.
Yeah, am I gonna keep driving down and doing all these tricks and hoops and U-turns and all this stuff just to get over a block? So I'm like, nah, like I should be able to go. Like this is a traffic emergency. Like, come on, they should have traffic agents out there letting us go up that road. And I was like, screw it. I went and I'm like trying to look around for the bus cameras. I didn't see it, but it caught me. So it was somewhere. And I got a $50 ticket for that. $50. I mean, you might not sound like a lot to y'all, but like,
nah, that's a lot of money.
It's like
for bullshit too.
For BS that I couldn't avoid.
Man, I remember too. Long Island caught me because you could turn right on red in Long Island. So yeah. I remember. Caught me in 4K again. I was like, they were like, you didn't stop long enough at the red light. I'm like, man, what kind of bullshit is that?
They really even timed you on that,
bro. So I look on the video. It's like, all right, I did a rolling stop. I didn't do a full stop. I was like, man, ain't nobody was coming, so I gotta do a full stop. So you gotta wait like 3-4 seconds or some shit before you go. I was like, man, I'm fighting this. I lost. Cause like I'm on camera, so
yeah,
it was.
That's
BS.
the thing. They catch you in 4K, and not only that, they added they're finished with their pilot program with the horns. So I mean the sound. So if you're in certain areas that says "Do not honk," $350 fine.
Yeah, I saw that. That's on Atlantic now.
Yeah, they added that. They added the like the devices that can capture the cars. That shit has a camera that can track where the sound came and give you a ticket.
I was like, how the fuck you gonna know who honking or not?
Yeah, I was like, that's the same thing I said. But when next time you're out there in Atlantic, try to look for a pole that has like a little dome cone thing. It's just standing there. It's not a light pole. It's kind of tall like the speed cameras, but it's just a long pole, and at the top it's kind of like a cone.
This is where all the money going,
right? And it's pretty sleek. It's pretty sleek and kind of brilliant. There's no lights on it. It's just like there. That is the device that's tracking you when you press the horn.
And everybody that's in New York, you already know.
Yo, your horn is your best friend.
Yeah, we honking horns all day. honking all day.
Like, yo, you can't go anywhere without hearing. You can't go anywhere.
But people do some dumb shit, man. So it's like, I'll be like, yo, move out the way.
And I'm like, what if it's an emergency? And everybody's like, like, oh, we all getting tickets now? Like, and I'm like, who are y'all to say we can't use our horn? It comes with my card, bro.
Bro,
like,
that's what I'm saying. You should want less government in your business. The government was controlling
everything. You're
everything.
gonna hear, unlawful turn signal. You turn your signal on at the wrong time. Ticket. Everything is a damn ticket.
It's
man.
basically a fee to drive in New York. It's like, all right, you want to drive, you have to pay a fee.
Yeah.
That's just exactly
what
it is.
You. I mean, the whole city is trying to disencourage people from driving and taking a train and all that bull crap, which I don't even agree with.
Bro, I remember another time. This was wild. So I had to pay a lot of money in tickets one time. I'm talking about thousands of dollars. Like,
damn.
I'm talking about a lot of damn money, right? So I paid it. I paid it. I'm like, gotta swallow this. So now I'm thinking, all right, I'm free. I got no more tickets. I could live. Now, I wake up one morning, log into work, and then I was like, oh, let me move my car before I get comfy. And I'm like,
okay,
what the fuck is on the side of my car?
See that yellow ticket, that yellow little tag?
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck is on my wheel? A boot? Oh, and I started running to my car.
A boot? You got booted?
I got booted. So I'm like, bro, why is it? I'm like, I paid off my tickets. Calling. I can't remember the number I called. But basically it was a number you could call that's on the boot. Mm-hmm. And then they were like, yeah, there were other tickets under investigation. That's why it didn't pop up. Cause I'm popping them. I didn't see no tickets. But then they're like, it was other tickets under investigation. That's why it didn't pop up.
Oh my God.
So now the tickets popped up.
Oh my gosh. Now they refreshed it.
And I'm like, oh, hell no. So, bro, it wasn't even that, it was like in the hundreds, I believe. But it wasn't that much.
For them to put a boot on.
But I think it's because of the length of the ticket. But I'm like, I didn't see it. I just paid off so much tickets. So they put a boot on there, and low-key embarrassing. I'm like, well, I hope the goddamn cop is not a dickhead and give me a ticket because I can't move my car.
I've seen that. I've seen a boot and a ticket on the cars.
Bro. Like, so it was a smooth process. Just paid it, and then when you pay it, they give you a code to just
unlock
take
it. Yeah.
Then I had to go drop it off. But you know what's even crazy too? Like I remember, I just saw the store it was like a epidemic of boots on cars at one point. I'm like, everybody just getting booted up. And I'm like, nah, man, like this is not the way.
Mm-hmm. I remember I saw these guys putting the boots on a car. They're quick.
They are
quick. And these dudes, I was walking my dog, and these dudes were so fast, and they have guns. Oh,
for real?
Yeah, they have guns. I remember I was walking my dog. It was like 5 a.m., 5:30 a.m., and walking them, and I see some dudes pull up smooth. It was like one of them little utility vans. Smooth, man. Come open the door, came out with a thing, jumped down on the ground. Another dude came out. Their gun is all visible, right? Came, he put the clamp on, locked it, got up, went back in the car, and drove off. I'm like, damn.
God damn,
like they
bro.
was smooth with it. And mind you, this is like 5:30 a.m. in the morning, so the owner of that vehicle, he's still sleeping, or he probably brushing his teeth right now. Teeth right now.
I'm on time, about to go to work. Feeling good in the bathroom.
He's like, yo, nice, looking fresh, getting my Monday started. You know what I mean? Man, this dude probably came outside and blew up, bro.
Yo.
Blew up, dude.
And it's a process, too, to get that shit up. I remember the fucking old people looking at me, thinking I'm some type of criminal. I'm like, yo, we are looking at it. I'm like, I never
embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing, man. Oh, gosh.
Bro, I was so pissed, but bro, that's what happened. That's what happens when you go in New York, and because sometimes too, like you don't even know you have a ticket with them cameras.
Yeah.
Because
you wait until you get it in the mail. And you're like, oh, sweat. Or you get an email or something.
You know what I mean? So it's like, you may not even know how much tickets you have. Sometimes, bro, low-key, sometimes I will go in the app to see if I have a ticket. Because it's like, all right, do I have any tickets? Let me go log in real quick and see if I've been caught.
Like, you got to check yourself.
Yo,
like,
you got to check yourself. That's how it is driving in New York.
Crazy, man. This city makes a ton of money. You really want to know where the hell does that money go? Where does it go?
Where does it go for real? Because we struggle out here in New York, man.
Yeah, I mean, like we said, it's a love-hate relationship with this place, but
yeah, it is. It is.
The cons outweigh the pros at this point right now. It really does.
Yeah, I'm still stuck on the squatter shit. Because, like, damn. Yeah, all right, say if you just want to buy an investment property. You know what I mean? Like, can't Airbnb it out because that's a process. Now you also got to watch out for squatters.
Like, you can't, every which way is just a L. It's just
it's like, what's the incentive? Like, and I think they put it like that so there's really not a lot of entrepreneurs or, you know, the grease capitalism in the city. So it's just like, what's the point? What's the point of investing in New York at all?
There's really none. I mean, I always said, like, this is what I believe. Like, this country especially is just make your money and leave. Like, why stay here? You know, you got people coming in illegally to the country, getting more rights than the actual citizens of the country. You got the poor people getting more poor, and then tax dollars going into helping them with services, but the services are just to keep them from drowning, right? It doesn't promote them to do better or anything. Your taxes go up every single year. Insurance goes up every single year. Everything costs more money. Inflation is through the roof. Your money doesn't go anywhere. And it's like, what is the point in even being here? What's the real incentive?
There's no incentive.
There's nothing. The quality of life is no good. The food that you're eating is trash. It's like, come on.
Yeah, bro. I remember we went to whenever I went out the country, to be honest. And I remember, like, I would be eating and, like, I don't feel so bloated.
Food feels fresh.
You know, fresh, you know what I mean? And compared to, like, when I'm eating in the States, like, I just feel so full and bloated for no reason. And then the thing about it, I'll be eating the same shit I'm eating out there. And I always come back and lose a few pounds. I'm like, I ain't changed my diet out there.
If anything, when I travel, I eat more.
I eat a lot more when I travel. Mm-hmm. And I remember whenever I come back, I always feel lighter. But then, you know, I'm eating this fucking biotic food here. And, you know, gaining weight right back. But it's just like, it's just so poisonous over here, bro.
You just eat a whole bunch of genetically modified this, that, and the third. And it's just like, you still, you know, it's no better. It's, organic this, organic that. And it's still bullcrap.
But even so, it's like, bro, like, for instance, like Whole Foods and stuff. That food is just so priced out for, like, people in urban communities. First of all, and it's so out the way. It's like, I don't feel like food should be a luxury.
Mm-hmm. It's a necessity.
Natural food should not be a luxury. Because then now they're subjected to what? Key food. Selling these humongous chicken legs, bro. Selling these big, whatever the fuck they fill with.
Oh my
genetically modified chicken legs.
Hormones and all that.
Yeah. I remember I used to always be like, so I ain't gonna hold you sometimes too. But yeah, I want a big piece of chicken. And like, what chicken is this big? What chicken is this big?
Like size of half of your head.
Like, you know what I mean? And then I always hate when people are like, oh yeah, I like boneless chicken. I'm like, how y'all getting the bones out the boneless chicken?
Good question. You know, I also was reading this thing, Chick-fil-A. They have to. They're not going to use the antibiotic-free chicken anymore.
Oh.
So they're saying, and a lot of restaurants are doing the same thing. They're saying because the supply is getting too expensive.
Of course.
So they're saying, hey, we gotta, use the other,
we gotta kill y'all.
the other type of chicken. But I like Chick-fil-A. Their chicken is good. And they said in the statement, they were like, yeah, we're gonna try to find good farmers, people who feed their chickens well, whatever that mean. But at the end of the day, it's the dollars that count. So hey, we're gonna be eating more antibiotics, hormoned up chicken, and yeah, that's just how the country's going now.
Yeah, man. I remember I was in Barbados, and one of my family members, we went to actual farm to get chicken.
Mm-hmm.
Went to actual farm, and had to see little chick get beheaded and.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? But it's like, damn, at least this is fresh. And it was real chicken,
it's
bro.
the way of life, man. Like,
Yeah,
go out, and even in Jamaica, I see them kill the cow, cut it up, kill the goat, cut it up.
Yeah.
Kill the chicken, kill it up, defeather it, and all the stuff. It's like, at least you're getting the real deal.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But all the vegans and pescatarians and all of that, they probably would disagree with that. But they say, oh, just eat vegetables and beans.
Man, I'm at the top of the food chain.
Nobody's trying to eat none of that crap.
I'm like, nah, I'm going to eat my chicken, fucking curry goat on my Caribbean stand-up, some oxtail.
Yo, if you're Caribbean, put your flags in the comments. Put your flags.
Yeah.
Put your flags.
Rep your set.
Rep your shit, man. But yeah, man.
Yeah, I couldn't live. My mom tried that vegetarian shit. Couldn't last.
Didn't last long.
I think she's kind of back on it now, but it's just, I couldn't live like that, boy. Eating fucking spaghetti with beans, and I'm like, this is not even food at this point.
Yeah, I don't know. I remember I tried to take out meat completely. Try to do it no meat, none of that. I did strictly fruits for a week. Yo, no fish, no none of that. Yo, I thought I was gonna die. Yo,
did you complete it?
Yeah, I was like, I was looking at the clock until it turned Monday at 12. At midnight. Like, I was literally waiting, and I just freaking went downstairs and cooked some fucking food and ate, bro. I was like, yo, I was eating grapes, peanuts, beans, and fruits like watermelon and cantaloupe. Like, I would blend it up, try to make it a smoothie, you know what I mean? Try to do different things, and it was hard.
Yeah, fuck
hard, man. And I did it cold turkey. So I just stopped. I didn't slowly incorporate. I just stopped cold turkey on that one.
Yeah, fuck that. I like my meat. You know what I mean? Like, I'm here.
Yeah, man.
I'm here to eat some meat, bro. Pause.
Oh shit. But yeah, if you guys are vegetarians, pescatarians, vegans, let us know, and let us know what you eat, how your diet is, and when did you start? Were you always like that all the time?
Yeah. How you do it?
Yeah, how do you do that? Let us know about your views on the right to bear arms. I mean, we both gave you our take on it. We think we should have it. I mean, I don't know why people think America's like European countries and all the other countries that don't allow it, but hey, this is how this country was founded on. Look, I'm no Republican, I'm no Democrat, I'm no none of that, but
exactly.
At the end of the day, I'll feel comfortable defending myself. And then also on squatters, do you even think that should even be around still?
Bro, that should just be abolished.
Like come on, that's just nonsense.
I just can't wrap my head around it.
That's like telling somebody who stole your car, oh, I stole your car, I had it for more than 30 days, and you never got it back, so it's mine now.
Bro, and that's the thing in this country that kind of proved that you never really own anything.
You don't.
Like, this is my house, and that lady's getting arrested because somebody's in her house.
It makes no sense.
You don't really own anything, man. So.
Makes no sense. So, You guys let us know what you guys think about that. We coming back every week with new fresh content for you guys to react to. Check out the shorts. And again, I know I said it 1,000 times. Comment, subscribe, and subscribe.
Follow us on the platforms. We're on Spotify, Instagram, TikTok.
Spotify, Instagram, TikTok, and
TikTok about to. I don't know the.
Yeah, we should probably do an episode on that. Like, should TikTok even be allowed? Like, I mean, should it be banned?
Yeah, should it be banned? If y'all want to hear that, let us know.
Yeah, let us know. And if you guys got any ideas, like usual, let us know. Sound off in the comments. Mm-hmm. And on that bombshell, I'm Rich, and I'm signing out.
I'm D. I'm signing out.
See you guys in the next one. Deuces.
Later, y'all.